I know, how can I possibly make you guys agree with me? Well, first off, did you know that 55% of terminally ill patients will die in pain? Did you also know that you could count the amount of places that actively support euthanasia in one hand? It is scary to think that in a day and age we technically still don't have pro-choice. And the people that want to assist in helping someone in physician-assisted suicide are still being criminalized. A very famous doctor by the name of Jack Kevorkian, also known as Dr. Death, was a euthanasia activist who claimed to have assisted over 130 people to their death. He spent 8 years in prison. He was only trying to honor the wishes of his dying patients. Is that a crime? Did you know that in a global statistic, 54% of medicinal practitioners support euthanasia? And this statistic will have your jaw drop. A survey was sent out to the public's views on euthanasia for terminally ill or those on life support, and over 86% voted in favor of euthanasia. With numbers like that, it makes you think. Are we as a society not doing enough to push this law past? Or do we not have any say in what goes on in our own country? You see, Dr. Kevorkian's famous saying, "Dying is not a crime," is so true. Because some terminal illnesses like pancreatic cancer, brain tumors, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS, and even fatal accidents are not avoidable and are tremendously painful. Some may argue that it goes against religion and that all life is precious. Well, that may be true. It is only true to the beholder's eye and not the person who is actually suffering. Which is why we have separation of church and state. Others may argue that it undermines medical research, and while that's true, shouldn't the patient be the one who decides that? I mean, it is their life that we are judging over, isn't it? And somehow, with all this being said, we still can't push this law past. Are we not trying hard enough, or do we not care enough? It seems that we are only willing to fight for this cause when it's brought to our attention. But how about the people who are suffering every day without a voice? Just some food for thought.